Hey guys, this is Ambi from underdogchance.com, and in this video I will show my MLB betting mall projections with you. This is for Monday, 22nd May. Currently I'm sitting at 106.84 plus 16.61 units of profit. Yesterday I went 2-2 minus 0.94 units, so I made a loss minus 1 unit. Arizona game was pushed because after 5 innings the game was tied, but these losses are something normal. They happen during regular seasons all the time, and also if you bet for years, losing streaks are completely normal. This season I won 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 games in a row. I lost 6 games in a row. I lost 8 out of 9 games as well in one period. But this is something we need to deal with. And maybe sports betting is not for everyone. And recently I received some messages or questions about how to set the right mindset, how to stay calm, how to become a successful bettor, or in general, how can we use sports betting as a tool to improve our life? Because I believe that this should be the final goal, not winning a couple of units. Despite if you can make 30 units per year, 50 units per year, or even if you make 20 units per year, this is still better than stock market, and sports betting can be a great investment stream. This is why I'm creating a new video, educational video, which will be added to the members course for our members. Betting on myself, how a new mindset unlocked my true potential in sports betting. I plan to do it before I go to an island in the summer, because in July I will spend the time on an island, and then I will make probably some videos, and I will probably just answer important emails about to our members. But this is something I wanted to show you, because a lot of people, not only in sports betting but in general, they don't know how to start. But I think that if you can understand this, then you can move on. Okay, most people, or a lot of people right now, are in this comfort or fear zone. Okay, this how we see this, because if you go on the internet, if you go on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, whatever you use, you will see that 5% of people are creating something, and also in sports betting, a very small percentage of people are actually trying to become successful sports bettors. They are making their own analysis, and 95% of people are just following. They are either in comfort zone, so they are in safety zone. So if they lose, then they will blame someone else. They are not improving. They are stagnating, right? And they are in some comfort zone. Then some others are in fear zone. They are afraid to make bets. They're afraid to move on. No matter if this is business, no matter if this is sports betting. Maybe it is, I don't know. Maybe you want to talk to some girl and you have a fear. So if we want to have better life, we should avoid these two stages at all cost. Okay, and then once we fight through these stages, then we start learning. Okay, this is something, before we can have a good life and before magic happens, there is a learning stage. And a lot of people want to skip this. They want to jump from comfort zone to here. Okay, this is why they look for sports picks, because they just want to go from here to here, right? So they don't believe it is possible. They are not investing any time, effort, and they just want to jump to good life and magic and a lot of money, right? But this is not how things work, right? So once you fight through this, which I think everyone should avoid at all costs, then we are in the learning mode. This is where we become better each day. This is where we learn new skills, because there is a big correlation between your skills and how much money you make. No matter if this is sports betting, no matter if this is, even if you work in a company, once you start at the bottom and then you gain more and more skills, your salary becomes bigger and bigger. So there is a huge correlation. This is a fact. It is scientific proven, because the learning is something which is very exciting, and this will move you to the growth, and then magic and good life happens. Okay, I think this is very simple thing, and I think everyone should understand. But I will finish this in 1 month and a half before I go to the island, and then I will release into my betting course to our members. So I think this is very important, okay? Because of a lot of people are not sure if they want to bet, if this is for them. So they bet something, they watch YouTube videos, they follow Twitter handicappers, but this is not really something that will make you better sports better. This is not something that will make you as a better successful. This is not something where you will make a lot of money, okay? But anyway, let's go to today's projections. So the first game, Chicago White Sox against Cleveland. Chicago White Sox, as we see here, the picture will be decided later. Okay, so later I won't be around, so I will skip this game. I saw one pitcher listed, but he is not qualified in my betting model, because my betting models takes into account pitchers who have enough innings pitched, so we can use the data and analyze the game. So we will skip this game. Hunter Gaddis, he has pretty bad numbers so far. If you can check any ERA metric, you will see that pretty bad numbers. So those are just some projections if White Sox start with average number. But as I said, I will stay away, okay? And I also don't sit in front of my computer whole day and look at the lines and look at the bookmakers. I found my way of betting. This is something also very important. A lot of people use different ways to win at sports betting, okay? I use my own way of betting, and this is something, it works for me, okay? What is very important for me is that I have a life balance, so I don't spend whole day in front of computer watching games, checking the lines or something like that, okay? I use my own betting model. It analyzes my games. I try to bet early. Of course, sometimes you can catch also good lines later, but this is something, it works for me. I have a good balance between what I work and what I love. I also have time to spend with my family, with my friends, with my daughter, and so on and so on. And this is something I want to share more and more in the future, because as I said many times, I on one side we see bettors or gamblers uh, who are just following sports picks, who are losing money, who are angry, who are I don't know, writing negative comments under other people's content. And then on the other side, we have successful sports bettors who are always fighting with others. Who is better? What is the best way? Um, I will try to be more precise when I will talk about my way of betting. So I will say, this is my way of betting. I think that this works for me, and I think it can work for you as well. So I will try to stay away from telling that this is absolute truth. That I will try to be, I will try to stay away from those, let's say, dictatorship words, because there's more than one ways to win at sports betting, okay? But for me, this is the best way, because I built my own sports betting models. I create my projected lines. I analyze games. I check the games, and then I try to bet where I think my lines and bookmakers lines are different. And this is something, it works for me. And this is something I want to share with you, okay? Texas, Pittsburgh, Dane Dunning, Luis Ortiz, two right-handed pitchers based on my projections. Texas should be at minus 123. Bookmakers have them at minus 133. But if you check underdog odds, Pittsburgh plus 123, bookmakers plus 124. So basically the same. This number will tell me that my lines and bookmakers lines are too close. Okay, so if it is close to zero, or if it is negative, that means that my lines just fall into the margin. So my lines are projected in a way that, of course, one probability plus the other probability is is 100, okay, or close to 100. I can talk about this another time, but it is 100, okay. Bookmakers, of course, they have margins included, and for example, in this case, if Philadelphia is minus 200, Arizona line should be plus 200, right? This would be fair odds, okay? But because they include the margins or Vic or juice, basically some fee, okay? They make money because of this, and this is something we should also understand. But I simply project my lines, and then I compare my line, for example, from Philadelphia with bookmakers line, and I also have one formula which calculates me if this is a qualified bet. I have criteria, and in this case, this is not qualified bet. So I need to hit the number one, and then if this hits the number one, then this is potentially a good bet. Okay, so we have two games with no value. You can check the totals as well, but I'm not betting totals. If I bet totals, I'm looking for at least 2 run difference, but I'm focusing on money lines and first 5 innings, and especially first 5 innings are doing pretty well right now. Okay, St. Louis against Cincinnati. We can check the pitchers. Montgomery, left-handed pitcher, will go for St. Louis. They're 21-27. Cincinnati Reds, they're a losing team, 19-27. But Cincinnati Cardinals, they are playing much better right now. They beat the Dodgers. And on the other side, Williamson will start for Cincinnati. Also left-handed pitcher, 0-0, ERA 1.59. But this is too small sample size to make any final conclusion. This is why I simply put average number here, and I stay away from this game. But as you see, if St. Louis start with Montgomery and if Cincinnati start with league average pitcher, then St. Louis at this moment should have 60.46% of chance to win this game. But of course, the question is if Williamson is average pitcher, we will see with more and more games. Okay. Toronto against Tampa Bay Rays. Tampa Bay Rays lost yesterday against Milwaukee. I had Tampa Bay Rays. They lost, and Toronto will go with Bassett. So let's check who is gonna pitch for Tampa Bay Rays. So Bassett will start for Blue Jays. He's 5.2, 3.05 ERA. Despite I don't use ERA in my betting model. Sometimes people ask me about ERA. ERA is not good predictive metric. Okay, if you analyze baseball games, you have much better ERA metrics than ERA. So Sierra, you have expected ERA, fielder independence pitching, expected FIP, and so on. Okay, weighted runs created plus. Weighted on bases for hitting, and much better statistics than you see on MLB.com. Okay, but just to get the info and the picture about the game, let's check who is pitching. On the other side, we have Kelly. Okay, and I don't have him in my betting model because he didn't pitch enough innings in certain period of time. Okay, so I will stay away from this game. Okay, Dodgers against Atlanta. Let's check who is pitching for the Dodgers. Stone, 0-0. We don't have enough information. ERA 9.0, so pretty bad. On the other side, Charlie Morton is playing for Atlanta, and if Dodgers start with league average pitcher, my betting model gives this is 60.94% of chance to Atlanta. Okay, but I will stay away from this game too. Houston, Milwaukee, Christian Javier, Corbin Burns. Based on my projections, Houston should be at minus 120. Bookmakers have them at minus 112, maybe small value with Houston. Let's check. Let's check the pitchers here. So Javier 4.1, ERA 3.25, Burns 4.3, 3.48 ERA. So based on those numbers, we have two good pitchers. But as I said, I don't use ERA in my betting model. I think it is not good statistic. There are much better statistics, and I have some other ERA metrics. for making projections. But based on my projections, there's not enough value in this game, so I will skip this game. And then we have the first qualified bet, I think, or I missed. So no, I have Houston, right? I have Houston first 5 innings. So I have Houston first 5 innings in this game. Based on my analysis, Javier will have the advantage in first 5 innings. So my betting model gives 56.22% of chance to Houston in first 5 innings. My fair odds on Houston 1.78, bookmakers 1.97, which is close to even. So those are pinnacle odds, and those are my projected odds. So as you see, there is a difference between my projected odds and bookmakers odds, and because of that, I have a value with Houston first 5 inning. Okay, I should type it like this. Those are the odds, and it is 1 unit. Okay. Then we have the next game: Detroit, Kansas City Royals, Lorenz and Brady Singer. Based on my projections, Kansas City should be at minus 142. Bookmakers have them at minus 110. As you see, there's enough difference between my line and bookmakers line. And when I use my adjusted Kelly criterion formula, I get the number which is bigger than 1. And I play Kansas City Royals at 1.91 at 1.25 units. Okay. When I bet on decimal odds, I always bet if this is 1 unit, it is only 1 unit, right? In America, for example, if you would bet, I don't know, on minus 142, Americans would play 1 unit and they will basically stake 142, let's say, dollars, right? I think this is wrong. Okay, I think this is wrong. Okay, this is something I don't do. Okay, so if I say that I will take 1 unit or 1.25 unit, if the model shows me that I should play 1 unit, this is only 1 unit. It is 100 American dollars. It is not 175. It is not 142. It is not 200 if the odds are minus 200, right? It is only 1 unit. Okay, so if I bet 1 unit on minus 200, then I win 0.5 unit. Okay, I'm not risking my whole house just because big minus odds. Okay, I'm betting only 1 unit. Okay, so Kansas City, this is the second and the final bet today. So I have Houston first 5 innings, and I have Kansas City full game money line. San Francisco, let's also quickly check the rest of the game. San Francisco Giants, Minnesota. San Francisco Giants, Brebia against Ober. Ober is qualified for my betting model. Brebia is still not. We still need to see a little bit more from him. So then he will be qualified in my betting model. I will stay away. Miami, Colorado, Cabrera against to be decided. So we don't have a pitcher yet. I think also bookmakers don't have the odds. Maybe some shitty bookmakers, they have the odds, but most serious bookmakers don't have the odds yet. Boston Angels, Tanner Houck against Baria. He's 1-1, ERA 1.96, but didn't have enough innings pitched so far. So I put league average, and I will skip this game. Okay, so I simply skip. This is no problem. And then we have the last game: Oakland, Seattle. Kyle Muller against Luis Castillo, left-handed against right-handed pitcher. Based on my projections, Seattle 71.94% of chance, and there is not enough value. Okay, so those are my projected numbers. We can also check the records. Oakland Athletics, the worst. I think they are the worst team in the league. 10-38. Seattle Mariners 22-24. They also have a negative record, but they are slightly better. And Luis Castillo is a pretty good pitcher, as you see. Mueller ERA 7.71. I never check standings, so if you ask me who is the first, who is the last, I don't even check standings. Okay, so I simply use other metrics, other statistics, because every single game is unique. We have a pitcher which is different. We have players. Some players are injured. Then we also have current form, which is changing during the season. Sometimes you will have I don't know, Oakland, who will win a couple of games in a row. They will start playing better. On the other side, we will also see Tampa Bay Rays, who will lose uh, games in a row after great start. And this is something we can also learn. And when we bet on sports, we can also understand that these streaks will also come to us, right? To sports better. So you will win, you will lose, but what is most important that at the end of the year or of the season you make a profit. If you can make more than stock market, 2, 3, 4, 5, or even 10 times better, then sports betting is a great investment, right? So that's it from me today. Thank you for watching. Sorry that the video was a little bit longer, but I hope you got some nugget or two from this. And I wish you all the success, and I wish you success today as well, whatever you decide to take. And always remember, never blindly follow anyone, because if you want to follow me, you should follow every single bet from me for my whole life. So this is not possible, right? So always make your own research. Try to become better each day for 1%. Uh, and I think this is the best way to win in the long run. Always also remember that luck is also big part of life and sports betting. So no matter how skilled you are, you still need some luck to win. Also, no matter what you do in sports, if you play sports, you also need luck, because I like to say, if you are born in Afghanistan and if you want to be professional ski jumper, no matter how good you are or how hard you work, you have simply a bad luck, right? Because luck is always big part of our life, but we always must act as there is no luck. This is the most healthy way for our mind, for our success, and this is how we increase the probability of success. Okay, it is not about sure things. Life is not about sure things. Sports betting is not about sure things. Okay, it is about increasing probability of success. Okay, so when you cross the street, it is not that it is not about sure thing that the car will not kill you if you know, and because of that you look left and right before you cross the street, and this is how you increase your chances to survive. Maybe something will I don't know, something will drop on your head from the universe, or some hunter will shoot a deer in the forest and the bullet will, I don't know, go 3 kilometers and will hit you. This is also possible. But at that moment when you cross the street, you make all in your power to increase the probability so you survive this action. Okay, so everything is about increasing probabilities. When you go to Harvard, when you gain skills, you increase probabilities that you will be successful and rich. This is not a guarantee that you will be rich. Maybe you start drinking. Maybe, I don't know, maybe you will lose everything. Maybe you will end in prison, right? So everything we do, it is about increasing probabilities. If you want to have a beautiful girl, for example, right? You will go to fitness, you will read books, you will act nice. And this is not a guarantee that you will marry her, but at least the probability of success will be increased, okay? And with these last words, I will finish this video, and all the success. Thank you.